Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of my FM21 save with Puskas Academia. We're here for the game against MTK, and as you can see on the right side of your screen, we are in 5th right now, so we have gone up a couple of places. We've been doing pretty well over as of late. Let's quickly take a look at the schedule. Last time we met were, of course, these two games against Kirulet and Budafok. We then beat ZTE as well, 4-1 away from home. We beat Kisforda 1-0 at home. We got knocked out of the cup by Feyervar 3-1 at home, so that was very disappointing, especially when we got a draw in the game after, away from home. 2-all draw. We played very well as well. So very happy with the point that we got there, but disappointed to be knocked out of the cup. And of course, we didn't reach the board expectations for the cup. After that, we beat Honved 2-0. At the time we played Feyervar, they were in first. Then Honved were in first, and we beat them 2-0 away from home, which was absolutely insane. And then we beat Mizukoveshdi 5-0 away from home as well. And then a 4-1 win against Ujpest. Antonio Manche has been on fire. As you can see, the last 5 games, a 7.5 rating, 6 goals and an assist. So I'm very happy with his performances and very sad that he's going to leave at the end of the year. And I think that's pretty much it. No, of course it's not. We've had the youth intake. How can I forget? Let's take a look at the players coming through. Here they are, every single one of them. And what I'm going to do for this save is I'm going to sign players that are either Hungarian or have a secondary nationality of Hungarian. And later on in the save, if the opportunity presents itself, I also want to manage the national team and get the country as far up as possible. And I'm hoping that we can provide a lot of the players for that. So, of these players, there's one player, I think it was Peter Varga right here, or I think it was Misulescu. Yes, he is only Romanian. The others are either Hungarian or Romanian and Hungarian. So, other than that, Miculescu, I cannot find him anymore. Where is he? Oh, here, Miculescu. Other than him, we can sign everybody that we got. Only really 2 players that I'm really happy with. First off, Xaba Fotos, a 16-year-old winger. He is professional, 12 determination, 16 teamwork, and 11 work rate. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. A left winger. We already have a lot of wingers, but to have one coming through our youth ranks is always good to have. As I said, I want to have only Hungarian or secondary Hungarian players in the team, in the squad. So to have one coming through our youth ranks is very positive for the next coming years. And the same goes for Zoltan Kovac. A center back, again, only 10 determination, but he does have 14 teamwork and 16 work rate, and he is fairly professional as well. And he is 192, which I absolutely love about him. A center back that is very tall, can always come in handy. Only 8 heading, only 8 marking, but of course, he is only 16, and a lot of these attributes will grow. Well, hopefully at least, but I think they will. You can expect it to. So, those were the 2 players that I'm really, really excited about. Other than them, nothing really to be over the moon. But still a couple of more good players, and gonna try to sign them on. And of course, gonna try to poach as many youth players from other teams as possible as well. It's gonna be tough because we don't have a lot of money. But we're gonna try our best and see where that gets us, of course. So let's get into the game. I already forgot. We're playing MTK, who are in 4th. We are in 5th right now. So it's going to be a very, very tight game. Slagveer is finally coming back from his injury. He was injured again. It's unbelievable. But as I said, we are in 5th. Only 1 point behind MTK. So if we beat them, then we move up to 4th, which is what the board expects us to as well. So it's a very, very important game. That's why I wanted to do this game live on second thought. I think I said I was going to do Ujpest and MTK, but I think MTK and Ferencváros are 2 more exciting games because they are both above us in the league, and Ujpest are down in 7th. in the end, when we lose these 2 games, I'm gonna be very mad at myself for not doing that game, because we did win that one. But, you're always gonna have those things. You never know what the result is gonna be going into a game. So that's the risk that you take. But this is going to be the starting 11. Demjan in goal, Sholnoki, Meissner, Hadjiev and Van Neef, Kushnir, Pulsek, Slagveer, Balucha, Kiss and Manche. So as I was saying, I want to do only Hungarian or second nationality Hungarian. I'm just going to call them Hungarian as well. So I only want Hungarian players. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sell everybody that isn't Hungarian straight away. In the end, I am going to try to get rid of everybody who is not Hungarian, but to do that now would leave me at a too great of a risk of getting fired. We almost already did anyway, so I think it was a good decision not to sell everybody who is not Hungarian quite yet. We do have a lot of Hungarian players already at the club, but most of them are youth players as well, so they wouldn't be good enough to get us where we need to be according to the board. So I hope that in the 3rd season we will not have any players that are not Hungarian anymore. It's going to be a tough challenge, but I think it's a fun one as well. I think it's something that adds a little bit of spice to this series. So I hope you guys can agree with that, and that you guys enjoy that little addition to the save. I already made up my mind about that before I started this save, but I forgot completely to mention it in any of the previous episodes. It's not even a small detail either. I mean, kind of a big deal going into a save, but I completely forgot. Maybe it's because the first episode I had to record it twice, and in the second time that got uploaded to YouTube, I just forgot it because I wanted to do a kind of speed run through it, because I had just recorded over half an hour of footage that was all useless. So I have finally said it to you, so you now know as well, so you won't think, well, why is he not signing this guy, or why is he not loaning in this player? But now you know why. If they're not Hungarian, I'm not going to do it. Also, if they're over the age of 30, I'm not interested in signing them at all. So we have been recommended a lot of players that are over the age of 30, but I just don't see the point in doing that, because then we use them for 1 season, sure, but that means that one youth player gets way less game time, and I just don't think that is worth it. So that is why I don't sign players that are older. No disrespect to the players, I still think they can bring a good quality to the club, but I just think it's too big of a hit to the youth players' development, and I don't want that. And there's the 1-0 for MTK after 5 minutes. That's not the start we were looking for, obviously, but there is an instant highlight after it, so maybe we can get the equalizer, or maybe they can get a second straight after. Only 1 minute later, Kusnier has the ball here. We can maybe set up an attack. Haven't seen us create anything big yet. I mean, we've only been playing for 5 minutes. What? And there is the goal. The cross by Sholnoki hits the bar accidentally, and the goalkeeper couldn't get rid of it. And of course, who else than Antonio Manche, who we're going to lose at the end of the season, got it into the net, and we are back on equal terms. And straight away, MTK get another chance. But luckily, they missed the goal completely. So we have the upper hand in the game, but not by much. And we're still drawing as well. So we need just a little bit more in the remainder of the game. But yeah, as I was saying, an extra little bit of spice, only Hungarian players. I hope that it's going to work out for us. I hope that our youth intakes will be good as well. And I hope that we can get as much money as possible, so we can poach as much youth players as possible from other clubs. I'm trying that this season as well, but as I said, we don't have a lot of money, so it's going to be very hard. And Antonio Manche with the second of the game and his 23rd of the season already. As I said, he has been absolutely insane over the past month or two. And I'm so happy with his performances. The first part of the season, he was good, but he just wasn't that great. But the second part of the season, until now at least, he has been on fire. And that's exactly what we needed. Oh, oops, I said accidentally I'm not happy with their defending efforts. Apparently they're all motivated. But it's not what I meant to say. I meant to say that I have faith in them for the second half. But it worked out in the end. Hopefully we can keep a hold of this lead. Hopefully we can make it even bigger in the second half here. Already 10 minutes gone. Nothing has happened yet. But wow, by the way, we have 5 shots and 5 on target as well. They have 5 shots and 2 on target, but their XG is still bigger. Sometimes I can get really annoyed about that my players are having so many shots and on target as well, but apparently they're trying it from 40 yards out, which gives us a low XG. I mean, it's only a stat, it's only a statistic, but still, for some reason I care about that. And now MTK are on the attack again. An ex-player of Ajax who I was doing the beta save with, Szabolcs Schön, was a youth player there, now playing for MTK, had a good chance for them, but he messed it up. Now, that the same goes for us, but Antonio Manche with the third. That's a hat trick for Antonio Manche against MTK. Only 13 minutes to go, and surely that settles it. Surely that gives us the 3 points that we want here. A hat trick again. This guy has been absolutely, as I said, time and time again, he has been on fire, and I love his performances. And maybe he can get a fourth here, but the goalkeeper was just in the right place at the right time to catch that ball and set up a counter-attack for MTK possibly here with 12 minutes to go, and a good shot by Buar Ramos, but it was just wide of the post. Van Nief now with a free kick, and Pinter almost with the 4-1, but a good save by their goalkeeper. So 10 minutes to go, Buar Ramos again with a chance, but again it's not on target, luckily for us. 8 shots from which are 8 on target. That is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and never mind because they now have 2 shots off target as well. But still, 10 shots, 8 on target, that's very good compared to their 11 and 2. They had more fouls as well, but they did have more possession. But the most important thing is that we won the game 3-1, so that's another 3 points, and I already forgot that puts us up to 4th place, which should make the board happy, and we're 9 points behind Honvéd, who drew and dropped 2 points as well. Let's see, what did Ferencváros do? Nothing. Oh wait, they have a game in hand as well, and Feyenoord did win their game, so between the first two is probably going to be between Feyenoord and Ferencváros, as we expected going into the season. But maybe, just maybe, there's a small chance of us getting closer to Honvéd in 3rd place, which would give us a little bit more prize money in the end. So hoping to reach that, but I am happy that we're already up to 4th place. Let's see what the board are thinking now. They are pleased now for this. We filled both of the other things. We get a C+. I think that's actually the highest we've had all season, which is so bad. But look at that schedule, by the way, as well. Look at these final games that we've played since the 23rd of January. We have not lost a league game. You know what? Actually, since the 16th of December, we have not lost a league game, and that is at least until the 20th of March. So that is 3 full months without losing a league game, which is crazy if you think that we lost the 5 before that. But we have been doing very well. Honvéd is, by the way, the final game this season. That is insane as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll see you guys in just a second for the game against Ferencváros. And we're back for the game against Ferencváros. Of course, it's going to be a very tough game. Last night in real life, they actually managed to keep Juventus, I think, to only a 2-1. So they were very good in that game as well, or Juventus were just bad, but they kept it really close. So we're going to play against them. As you can see, we have dropped down to 5th again because Diosgyr have played 1 more game than us. Look at that goal difference, by the way. A goal difference of 1 with 1 point more than us. So, of course, looking to get the win. If we don't get the win and we lose, then we might even drop down all the way to 7th. Oh, no, we don't, because MTK and Újpest have already played. Alright, so the lowest we can get this match day is 5th. If we get at least a draw, then we move back up to 4th, but that's going to be very tough. I mean, Ferencváros are in 2nd. if they beat us only 1 point behind Feyenoord. And look at their goal difference, by the way, of 39 as well. So they have been very impressive this season. But of course, we are looking to try to dethrone them, so to say. What happened between the last game and now is simple. It's us poaching a lot of youth players, like loads of youth players from other Hungarian teams. So we've got some good prospects coming in. I'm probably not going to show you all of them to you, because that would just be too much, and a lot of them won't probably make it ever to the first team. So I'm only gonna show you guys the ones that are gonna really standout players or standout prospects with 5-star potential or something like 17 determination and stuff like that. But that's something for next season when they actually come into the club at the 30th of June. But for now, what now is the game against Ferencváros. So as I said, it's going to be a very tough game. I think we're going to use the same team that we did last game because we played pretty well. So at Demjan in goal, Szolnoki, Meissner, Hadziev, Van Nief, Kushnir, Pilsek, Slagveer, Balucha, Kiss, and Manche. Manche, by the way, is on the verge of being of breaking a record of most league goals scored in one season. Or most goals scored in one season, I should say. And the record is 24, and he is on 24 as well right now. So if he were to score 1 goal this game, he would have the record of most goals in one season for our club. Said that it's a lone player and not one of our own youth players. But I'm still happy to be breaking more records than only the one for the highest sale from 4,000 euros. So let's give it our all. As you can see right there in the team talk, Ferencváros are in 3rd in the form table. We are actually in 1st. We've been doing really well. As you can see, they lost their game, by the way, the last game that they still had in hand. They lost it 1-0, so that's probably why we are in 1st in the form table and not them. But yeah, it's going to be still very tough, even though we are technically in a better form over the last 6 games. They are still a very, very good team, as we could see right there after 4 minutes. Not even 4 minutes. They've got one chance and a second one here 10 seconds later already. So, yeah. And another chance, Demjan with a 3rd save 20 seconds later again. So they've got 4 shots right now already. We've had 0. So let's motivate the players. And let's see if we can get a chance, if we can at least get a shot. I mean, there we go. 2 shots, 0 on target, but we do have 2 shots. They have 7, but still, yeah, as I said, it is very tough. Still 0-0 though, so that's something to be positive about, I think. But again, Ferencváros do have the ball here. Tokmac, and there's the first goal. Tokmac again, I think, scores the 1-0 for Ferencváros. The keeper should have done better there. I think Demjan could have saved that, but he didn't, sadly. Balucha now with a big chance for us, but sadly the keeper is straight in front of the shot and he couldn't finish it. So there is the halftime whistle already. They've had 8 shots, we've had 4. It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And well, we're gonna have to try much harder if we want to get back into this game. Maybe we can get a chance here. Slagveer on the right side. Could he come up with a cross here? He does, but it gets headed away. Van Nief picks it up though, and that's a poor pass. And now Ferencváros can build up from the back again, but their goal kick does get intercepted. But they still are on the attack. Tokmac, the goal scorer, goes for a second one, but he hits the crossbar, and it's a corner kick. A save by the goalkeeper, actually. All right. A very good save it was then. And in the end, Ferencváros couldn't get it on a target. Now maybe it's our turn here. Antonio Manche. But he hits the side netting. So a lot of highlights in the first 2 minutes of the second half. I'm already getting a very sore throat from talking so much in this second half. Normally I will have kind of a pause that I can talk a little bit slower like now. But if we get highlight after highlight after highlight, then I do not have as much time. And Antonio Manche with the equalizer in the 61st minute. It's 1-1. And we get the equalizer away from home against Ferencváros. Oh no, there's an instant highlight right after it, so that's probably going to be their second of the game. Tokmac, the goal scorer, there it is. No! A good save by Demjan. Still 1-1. Alright, I expected that to go in. Luckily it didn't. We also got 2 injuries between the games of 2 substitutes actually, so not starting players luckily, but still players that we would use every now and then. And Tamaskis with a very good shot, but it's just wide of the goal again. So let's get Slagveer off because he hasn't been playing good enough. Let's get Gruber on, and very dangerous situation in front of our goal, but luckily another save to help us out right here. Let's get Kiss off for Bukta, and then that is our 3 subs done. Well, Ferencváros are on the ball in our penalty box. Still Budka here, and a header just over the bar again. 15 minutes to go, still 1-1. I would be happy with this result, by the way. A 1-1 draw against Ferencváros away from home is very good indeed for us. For them, not so much, but for us, it is a good result. I would love to get a second goal here, but I don't see it happening. I see them scoring a second way quicker than I see us scoring a second. Maybe they do here as well. Budka has the ball again. There it is, Andrei Budka. I said I expected them to score earlier than we would, but I didn't say I would like to see them score. So we have nothing to lose now anymore, so let's go attacking. Let's go very attacking, and hopefully we can get a second goal in injury time, but it doesn't look like it. There is the full-time whistle, so in the end, a disappointing result, a 2-1 loss. I am far from pleased with the result. I don't think we played that badly, but it just wasn't to be on the night, and that means we do stay in 5th place behind Diosgyör, but it also means that we have had most of our difficult games already. If we look at the schedule one more time, we have Pax who are in 12th, Budafok in 10th, Diosgyör is a very important game in 4th, ZTE in 11th, Kisvarda in 9th, and then Feyenoord and Honved to end the season. That's the perfect 2 games to end the season as well. And that's going to be the next episode. Feyenoord and Honved, 1st and 3rd. Both of them at home, so that's good. I like that. Going to be very difficult against those 2 teams. As you can see, Feyenoord we haven't won against, I think. We lost 2-1 at home. Then we lost 3-1 at home, and we beat them 2-2 away from home. And Honved, let's see, we beat Honved here 2-0 away from home, and here we beat them 3-2 at home as well. So we haven't dropped any points against Honved yet, but it's still going to be very difficult right there at the end of the season. But that is where I'm going to meet you guys for the next episode, which is also then obviously the last episode of the season. Am I saying that right? Well, that depends. Maybe if we reach the playoffs, I don't know if there are playoffs, but I guess that's something that we'll see next episode. Are there playoffs? Let me just check that real quick. I don't think there are actually playoffs. Rules. Let me see. No, you just qualify for the Europa League 2 first qualifying round, whether you finish in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. The prize money difference between 2nd and 4th is huge, though, and 4th and 5th even more so. So we do want to get at least 3rd, but that's very far away from us. As you can see, that is 10 points in 7 games, if my math is correct. Let's see, 4 and 3. Yeah, that is 7 games. 10 points in 7 games is going to be very, very hard. But we're going to try our best. I'll see you guys for that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.